Fans will come up and tell you, you know, I just want the team to win the Stanley Cup before I die. Certainly you feel a desire to win for those people because their support makes this special.
A couple sentences on William Nylander. Unique, extraordinarily talented.
The biggest decisions we're going to have are going to be the taxi squad. At this moment, I've listed Robertson, Engvall, Anderson, Sandin, and Liljegren. And the reason why I think that is that until the minor league teams get going, these guys being around is probably better than them being part of a haphazard group.
Running a $1.5 billion NHL franchise takes careful planning. And during COVID times, it means managing an even bigger roster. But thankfully, there's magnets.
Let's just say somebody like Muzz gets injured. Like, can we bring Marincin straight up?
I think you'd have to first add him to the taxi squad and then add him to the team.
I would say that Sheldon and I certainly are friends. I talk to him more than really anybody in my life.
If Kerf can't play, Engvall goes in, unless you want to have a discussion about Joe playing center and Robertson flipping in.
I think one of the greatest misconceptions on Kyle is, you know, that he's this progressive and analytical guy, young general manager, which he certainly is all those things, but he's also a pure hockey guy through and through.
And as Kyle moved up in the hockey world, he brought his old pal along.
We've really been through a lot of things, not just in the Sioux, of course, but then on to the Toronto Marlies, ultimately winning a Calder Cup.
If there's anything that the teams that you and I have worked together on have been able to do, it's been able to find a way to play and score. I don't know that this team, top to bottom, is as talented as a lot of those teams, but I do worry about offensively just getting better. I'm not too concerned about it, but I do.
I'm obviously equally concerned about our offense, probably more concerned than you as I'm watching you. Kerfoot with 1 goal, Mikheyev with 0, JT with 0.
What does Hyman have even, Trey?
0.
Yeah, like.
I didn't expect this team with the veteran presence and competitiveness that it had, especially to lose that type of game. You're up 5-1 in a game, you should never lose the game, regardless of who you're playing against.
It was the one game that felt like our team from the season prior, and those are the kind of things we were looking to eliminate in our game, and they surfaced.
Hey man, just shut the door. So I just wanted to talk to you about where your head is at.
I play, I don't know how many, maybe 11 minutes, around 11 minutes, but
Sure.
if I play every game, I feel confident
Of
in
course.
myself.
Yes.
We play 1 or 2 games and started down.
You're playing very well. I don't look at you and say you have to have so many points or anything like that.
What happens during a year is you have players who, whether their time, their ice time is diminished a little bit, they feel their role is diminished a little bit, and they feel themselves not as much a part of the team. Rather than have Sheldon, the coaching staff, deal with all of that, I feel that there are times when I have to take some of that off of the plate of the coaching staff and really let the player know organizationally where they sit.
You are making a big impact on the game, even when you aren't scoring. Whether you play 10 minutes or 20 minutes or usually right in between, you know, you're a very, very important player to the team. And for me, for Sheldon, for everybody. I just don't want you to get your mind off track by last night. So, because you're doing lots of great things for the team, and you're a key member of a team that's first place in the NHL. To me, that's a great thing to be, okay?
Yeah.
Anything else? Vent whatever you need to let it out.
No, I'm good.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, thank you. You got it. Yeah. Thank you.
William Nylander has the absolute unique ability to drive you nuts in one moment and then do something in the next that nobody else in the world can do.
So, I got to put you on waivers today at noon, which is not, I know it sucks and it's shitty, but I also think it's a moment that can be defining for you and how you respond and how you push back and roll right.
Do I report to practice tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then if someone claims you or anything like that, then I'll just pull you and we'll get everything sorted from there.
Okay.
So, okay. Thanks, Jimmy.
Yep, thank you.
Jimmy Vesey's getting claimed on waivers.
She is, eh?
Yeah.
By who?
Vancouver.
Wow. I'm surprised.
We wish him all the best and wish it would have worked out a little bit better here.
So Galchenyuk is $1 million, right?
Okay.
So you're gonna put him here, and then who do you want here?
Probably Batan.
The salary cap and managing it, especially this year with the taxi squad and the pandemic, it makes flexibility and operating with your roster at full strength every night a nightmare.
Simmons remains out. Campbell comes back in. Hutchinson is down to the taxi.
Right.
How much space do we have at that?
We have $2 million. Every season we're going to be a cap team, so it's a puzzle board and pieces fall into place or don't, and they're going to be impacting the other pieces on the board to try to make a run.
Okay.
We'll do it all again tomorrow.
Okay, just 5 minutes. All right, I just want to tell you guys right now to get you guys to double down on what we've done and allow our team to get to where we want to go, which is to win the Stanley Cup. Thanks, guys.
COVID protocols aside, everyone's worked up because we lost the last 2 games and have fallen out of first place. A possible COVID outbreak in Leafland isn't Kyle's only worry. The league's rescheduling of their games with the Canucks is throwing their entire schedule out of whack.
And I said last week, you call me and tell me we have to jam a back-to-back into our schedule because Vancouver would have a 5 and 7, and that's not safe and healthy. Now you're trying to tell me that we can play a 5 and 7 this upcoming week. Why is our health and safety not as important as Vancouver? Why are we getting fucked? Our focus is on adding up front, but I can't do much until I get clarity on our goaltender, Fred. I just don't want to short our team with where we're at by not being set in goal. You know, that's my major fear right now. Hey, good, Kevin. How you? Hey, good morning, Chuck. How you doing? I still don't know where we're at with Fred Anderson. If that doesn't go well, I'm gonna have to trade for a goaltender, which will limit what I could do up front. I'd say by Sunday, we'll definitely have to either shit or get off the pot and just make a call based on where Fred is at. Okay, appreciate it. Thanks, Bill. Yeah, bye-bye. Hey, Yarmo. Okay. A 4th? Okay, what year do you want that? That's the only... Yeah, the only thing I'm gonna ask is if we could put it to 23, that would be great, because I've got the 22 one mixed in something else with a broker.
He wants a 4th, but he wants it sooner. He's trying to push him to 23.
That would be...
Is what I'm assuming.
Beyond my threshold, I'm gonna have to pay a 4th already. So it's a 1st and 2 4ths for me out. I think that's fair. Yeah, well, let's just put it as 22. This one is important to get across the line, so we'll get it across, and then we'll roll from there. All right, sounds good. Thanks. Bye. It's done.
Good job.
What year's the 4th?
22. He was like, oh, 3rd and 23 and whatever. When I was out there, my thought was...
I think it's great.
If we lose the player because of a 4th round pick, like, you never know how it's gonna go.
But I would have regretted big time saying, we're not going to give the fourth, so that's what. Anyway.
How are you, buddy? Good to see you.
Nice to see you, too.
How are things?
Glad to have you.
Oh, good to be here, man.
Fired up.
Yeah, it's taken a while. 7 days in quarantine will jack you up for anything, but it was, you know what, they let me go home.
That's nice.
So that was nice. Hey, man, how are you, Freddie? What's going on, buddy? All right, Joe, how are you, buddy? Nice to see you. All right, thanks, man.
Huh? What a treat. They're not still quarantining you guys over here, are they?
How you doing? Yeah, they are. That's a great way to welcome us. Hey, stay away from us. How are you?
How you doing?
They ended up making the best offer, which humbles me to a degree. You know, when a team really feels like they make that push for you and they want you to be a part of the group, I think that makes me want to be part of it even more.
Yeah, thanks again. No worries. Yeah, that was nice.
You guys found your way?
Yeah. Nice little pit stop in Sudbury and then on our way, so. God's country, I said.
Northern Ontario.
A lot better than the Sioux, that's for sure.
I don't know about that. that's it, right across the line right away. 15 seconds into this relationship.
And the real story is going to be who starts team one.
The answer to that is right now. If you want to end it, the answer to that is right now. It's Jack Campbell.
Jack has earned that over the course of the year, and Fred has done a lot to get back to full health. But right now, I think Jack is the starting goalie for the club, and it's up to him to continue to play the way that he has.
I thought you handled it. For once, you handled it right the other day.
Once? That's not a compliment.
For once.
Is that an compliment?
You know on the Bill Belichick football league, they won 3 Super Bowls, and he goes after Tom Brady on the bench. And he goes, "Do your job and do it right for once." I just think you're good because of you being who you are and how you do it when you're down. It's much more pronounced than others, and certainly after the game last night, but even today early on, like I just wanted to check in with you, make sure you're good or what's on your mind. Or
I'm good.
Yeah.
Just want more for myself. Expect more.
I think along the way, every great player, I mean, you're a top 5 scorer in the league, and you're certainly amongst now certainly the great players in the league. With that comes criticism, there comes pressure you put on yourself to think reality is, there's some doubt that comes in, but I think from my end of it, that's part of the natural journey that you have to go on, right? I think especially in the last number of games, like you're working your ass off, you're creating a lot. My only message to you would just be to continue to be you and continue to play that way. I didn't want you to go into it feeling down or not yourself, because I think you have to be yourself, be at your best when you're on the ice. All right?
Thank you.
Okay, man. All right. Have a great day. Okay. Thanks, Mitch.